Hi, I'm Aiden.
I thought you were going first.
Oh my God. I'm Tyler.
I'm Zach.
And this is Podcast Minute Talk Show.
Already off to a really great start. Fucking good going, Zach.
Good going, Zach. You really
It's my
screwed
first
up your
time.
first time here.
Yo, I want to let you, take the wheel for
You
once
fucked
in
up.
your life.
I didn't even go first.
Oh my god.
Well,
dude.
yeah, but because of
Why
course
would you?
Aiden's going to introduce.
Of course, I'm
himself
going to
first.
introduce this.
What do you mean?
thinking?
Of course.
Of course.
As the
What would you introduce if this podcast had started and the first thing a listener heard was "Hi, I'm Zach"? Do you know how many would
Instant
just click
dropout.
away?
I'm just
like
saying,
seconds later, like not even like.
I'm just saying you can't say, "Oh, I wanna make you go second because obviously you're the new guest," and then say, "Oh, why would you ever go first?"
Whatever, man.
You can't disregard a hierarchy and then immediately say, "Oh yeah, there's a hierarchy."
We have manners, but we're not fucking in love with you, dude. We're not trying to suck your cock. We're just trying to be nice. We're just trying to be good friends. I'm sorry that manners was a crime. I didn't know. Oh shit, dude! You forgot to start the timer too.
Who are you talking to?
Oh shit.
That was your job.
That's my job. It's on your computer.
No, it wasn't your job.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Hi, I'm Aiden. If you're wondering where Sean is, well, last week he was sick. He's still sick. I mean, I don't know if he has any more, but we're gonna give another week because it's Corona season. It'd be kind of weird, to just immediately open our passages up to Sean's dirty air. But we have Tyler again, Tyler the Weatherman, and then we have our good pal, who's also a part of Woman to Talk Show, and is the former host of the weather series or the news series.
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Fuck, man.
Fuck. You're gonna
Fuck,
put
I
me
heard
that
both of you.
low?
You're
Damn.
fucking this up.
Zach. Hello, Zach.
Yo, what's up?
So this is Zach. He still does Woman to Talk Show, but he goes to college in Rochester, so he's not in the videos normally that often. But
Can you actually can we get his address?
can we put
full name, social security?
what is it, Zach?
I don't know if I'm comfortable giving out this information.
No, come on, man. We're all friends here.
This is pure
You wanna
bullshit.
make it in the big
We'll turn the
leagues?
mics off. We'll turn the mics
turn
off.
the
for
mics
you.
off?
Yeah. Okay,
mics
they're
They're
off.
off.
They're off now.
They're off.
I don't trust you.
No, they are.
Okay.
Why is the light
You
still
passed
red?
the test. You passed the test. We were totally gonna fucking dox you.
We were gonna dox you. We wanted to make sure that you were good enough to not
I've
get doxed.
never had any doubt that you weren't going to do that.
We're still planning to. We'll probably try and get that information by the end of this
When you
recording.
least expect
When
it.
not today. Maybe
Oh,
not
God,
tomorrow, but
But definitely the day after that.
Within 20 years.
within
probably.
20 years, yeah.
This is a.
And I'm telling you, dude, I'm gonna kill your whole family when I do it.
Not if I
No,
killed
I'm
him
not.
first.
But anyway, guys, this is a Podcast Minute Talk Show. The only talk show that can complete a talk show in under a podcast. And, as all talk shows go, we have on special guests. And we actually have a representative here with us today. Is a really important, really special representative along with the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong Un, and his specialist slash translator. Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hey, welcome to the show. We're really glad that you could be on.
Thank
and-
you. Kim
yeah.
is also very glad. Isn't
Oh.
that right, Kim?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see from his waving arms.
Well, yeah. I don't know what you mean by that because he's sitting still because he's tired.
He looks a little bit slumped over. Do we need to get him like
No,
like
he's fine. Anyway,
Red Bull?
yeah, so Kim, he is, a lot of rumors have been going around on the internet. Obviously, we don't really do internet in North Korea, because, it's a waste. But anyway, we've seen a lot of rumors going around, and we just wanted to confirm Kim is fine. All those rumors are just rumors, and, let's just not, talk about it anymore. He's okay. You see him. There's proof on the Podcast Minute Talk Show thing,
I mean,
There's the
it'd be
proof.
really nice if we could, hear him talk, say that
Obviously, he
himself.
doesn't speak the same language. I'm the translator, so...
But he hasn't said anything. You're
Yeah,
just
he's not-
speaking English to us,
Well, I'm a really good translator, so I just kind of know what he's thinking.
like telepathically.
I don't know. No.
We genuinely,
do you
we
mean?
genuinely don't.
Can he just, why hasn't he moved at all? Well, Kim has had a really long, that was a really long flight all the way from North Korea, and he's just super exhausted, but he is super excited to be here, and he's happy to answer any questions through me, and he's okay. and don't think anything of it. Don't look into it. North Korea is fine.
The more I mean,
North Korea is totally fine. We are in a great state,
We
and
didn't-
we're in a better state than we ever have
the
been.
more you're saying this stuff, like the less I trust you about it. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
I
take your
gotta
word
agree.
for it.
I kind of
for
just
this time,
assumed he
North,
was.
North Korea is a great vacation spot, destination.
Okay, now I
the
just
beaches
I
are
but
great.
isn't it
know-
illegal to go
Yeah,
there?
that's just a lie.
No, it's a great destination. Isn't that right? I mean, yeah, no, we don't need to confirm with him, but yeah. No,
I mean, I'd like to
why don't
hear
we?
from the man
yeah,
himself.
Can he? Why hasn't he moved at all? Again, he's just he's very tired.
Is he known for wearing sunglasses like that?
Yeah, it's kind of dark in the room. I'm not sure why he has.
Oh,
those
he's wearing
glasses.
sunglasses because he just got his pupils dilated earlier today, and doctor's orders.
Oh,
Really? Yeah, no, so he's got to wear these sunglasses, but he is not a vegetable. He is not in a vegetative state. His brain is still functioning like a normal brain. It's not just clinging on to life. And he is not paralyzed from the neck down and also up. I mean, I wasn't going to
Yeah, we didn't ask, but
assume that, but you're just throwing it out there. Yeah, there's just rumors about that being the case, and Kim is A-okay.
I mean, it's spring right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing 4 jackets. He doesn't.
He's
is
just
he
wearing 4 jackets
comfortable?
because he's cold.
yeah, it's actually kind of hot in here. Can we open a window or something?
It's 70 degrees, like at least.
No, I mean, yeah, but obviously Kim is from North Korea, so his body hasn't adjusted to American temperatures.
Like from Celsius to Fahrenheit?
Exactly.
Okay.
That was a joke.
We
That
don't
is-
really do those things in North Korea. We mostly just, pray to Kim, our God.
Like for his well-being? Like
No,
hoping that he's-
like we apologize for not thinking about him if we ever didn't think about him during the day. We give him our money. We thank him for making North Korea so amazing. We let him punch our grandkids. That's what the elderly do. They let him punch, your grandkids, their grandkids in the face as many times as Kim needs.
Wow.
Normally this happens. Obviously, Kim has been a little under the weather, but he's good. He's all good now. Surgery went super successful, and he's not a vegetable.
That's really great to hear. I'm glad to hear that Kim Jong Un is, this really great guy, just doing his best.
What the fuck was that? Kim
Was
Jong
that
Un?
him?
Was that him? Oh yeah. He's speaking Korean. So Kim said, "Thank you guys for being such hospitable guests." Kim said that.
Did he?
Did he?
I don't
I don't
Did he
think
say
he's.
it? Was
I
that?
don't think that was Korean.
I don't.
There it is again. What is he, bro? You're not lying to us, are you?
No, that's Korean. It's Korean. Kim said that you guys are a really, really good guests, really, really good hosts, but he doesn't like the gay one. That's what he said about you three. I'm not sure which one he's talking about.
I feel like that's just an attack from you onto us.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, and just
All right, homo.
it's an.
Whoa.
So it was me.
I'm from North Korea, dude. Obviously, I don't get American culture. So, if you were in North Korea, you would be dead.
Jesus.
So it's just, it's something I'm unfamiliar with. But anyway, Kim likes you guys all. He loves it. He loves it here. And he's okay.
Is he going to be going on any other shows?
I'm confused. I'm confused why you keep asking whether he's a vegetable or not. He's obviously not a vegetable.
When did we?
Not a
ask him?
word was
He's
spoken
not a
about that.
vegetable.
I'm just questioning whether or not he's going to be on any other shows.
Could you guys tweet or put out on your social medias and get your more famous friends or something to put out something about how Kim Jong Un is okay and to stop talking about North Korea?
I mean, that
Because
wasn't
that's
really,
kind of a part of why we did this. Because we know you guys have a lot of, you've collaborated with a lot more popular people than yourselves.
I mean, that wasn't really part of the deal. I mean, off the record real quick, this was sort of just so you wouldn't enact
us.
martial law and kill us.
Kill us, yeah.
Yeah.
No, of course not. But if you could give me the rapper Baby No Money, I know he was on your talk show, his phone number, or I know Tom Holland was on the podcast last week. That would be great. Someone who's actually really famous. That would be awesome. That you've worked with, that are friends with you, and if you could give us a shout out to them, hey, throw us the oop. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these Korean guys are really cool. So maybe talk about on your YouTubes to
Well-
the famous people how North Korea is totally fine and not to question anything.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier how you had a lot of good vacation spots in North Korea, some good beaches. Do you want to
yeah,
talk
yeah, we
about
do.
some unique spots that we can visit when we go there?
Yeah. Well, North Korea is awesome, and it's got really good spots.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, could you elaborate? Maybe just like a tiny
Disney
bit?
World. We have one.
You.
We
you
just don't tell people about
coincided-
it.
You coincided with Walt Disney, like the Walt Disney company,
Yeah.
to create your own.
We have a Disney World. Yeah, we do.
they agreed.
It's better than Japan's. It's better than Japan's.
They agreed to put a Disney World in North Korea.
Not just a Disney World. We have a Chipotle.
Wow.
Yep, we got
Just
a
one.
Chipotle.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Finally. No Starbucks yet. Oh, have you ever seen Black Panther?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know
Actually.
Wakanda?
Yeah.
That's what North Korea is like.
Really, you have your own
That's
like
what the
force
whole-
field bubble.
That's what all of
that-
North Korea is like. The entire country.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what South Korea is like? You know what South Korea is like?
What?
Guess you know.
I mean, I
I'm
can-
gonna
No,
assume
no, 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 no. Let me finish.
with this Wakanda analogy,
No,
is
no,
it
let
like
me
the
finish.
city outside?
No, let me finish. Can I
Okay.
finish? Can I do that?
Yeah, yeah,
Can you just let me finish?
Go on.
You ever seen Wall-E?
yeah. I have seen Wally.
You know the world that isn't where the fat people live? The real outside world?
Like
The
just,
trash
just
world.
destroyed Earth, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what South Korea is like.
Well, you know what's great about South Korea is that I can actually go on the internet and look up what
You'll
South
see bullshit.
Korea is
You'll
like.
see fake. That's why we don't use the internet in North Korea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and China was smart enough about the
Yeah,
internet.
just in case misinformation is being spread, like Kim Jong Un being a vegetable, right?
Yeah, he's obviously not a vegetable. He's a man, Zach. Are you?
I'm
This is
talking-
why you're the gay one. Whoa, whoa! I don't
Okay.
know.
tough
I don't-
talk for someone that's
Sorry,
our
I'm
guest.
from North Korea. I'm from North Korea. So you're from North Korea, but you have like an American accent, and you're white, obviously.
You look
Huh?
white.
Yeah, no, I mean you have an American accent, and you're Caucasian. I'm Asian. I don't know what that other word you said in front of it was. I'm 100% Korean. Born and raised in North Korea.
Can you speak a little bit of Korean for us, then?
I could, but I don't need to prove myself.
I-
Listen, you have an American. Why do you have an American accent? I don't have an American accent. I don't think I do. Do I? I guess maybe I know a lot more English than I thought. I don't. You're not Korean. You're just. That's not a Korean accent. Yeah, it's an authentic Korean accent.
Kim is sliding out of his chair onto the ground right now.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
He's
No, he's
drooling
okay.
a little bit right now.
He's okay.
Hey, Kim. Kim, are you okay?
Okay. Yeah, no, he's just said that he is feeling really tired. He just told me in Korean that he's really tired. Oh, wow, 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 Kim. I just talked to him in Korean back. He said he's really
That was
tired.
incredibly racist.
And he needs to go to rest. Well, that is actually good news because we were just about to take a 2-second break. Anyway, so it was great having you. Everybody listening. Apparently North Korea is fine, so know that. And we'll be back in just a second. Okay, we are back, everybody. It is me in the room, Aiden, Zach, Tyler.
Yeah.
And we have gotten rid of the guy from North Korea, so I don't know.
Just some random guy
I think
from
that
North Korea.
that dude definitely was not from North Korea. I think he's from America. I think Kim Jong Un was a vegetable because he wasn't moving.
I think it was some Weekend at Bernie's shit.
Yeah,
It was
they-
definitely Weekend at Bernie's.
Definitely doing Weekend with Bernie's. With
Bernie's.
Weekend at
There's
Bernie's.
more of them. There's
With-
more of them.
All right, guys. I'm looking through some questions that people have for us. Somebody said, "What was your favorite episode of 1 Minute Talk Show to Film?" Go. What was the first thing that pops in your head, Tyler?
PewDiePie. The first PewDiePie episode.
Tell me about it, Tyler. Zach, tell me about the PewDiePie episode.
I remember I wasn't really involved with the filming of that episode. But I remember I was sitting at because this is back when we had our old studio back at our high school, and I was working on like work at the morning news desk, and I heard I heard the joke when you said, talk about your show, Scared PewDiePie. And Sean goes, season done. And I had to I had to stop working because I was laughing so hard just overhearing the joke. And just, it's like the whole, like, just back and forth between you and Sean for that episode was like,
Season done.
yeah, just, like,
Do you mind
probably
if I
the
take
hardest
off
I've
my
laughed.
Hassenfroffers? He just played a German weirdo,
Yeah,
nothing like PewDiePie. And then when he came on as PewDiePie again, he did a Russian accent. So I want to see what the third one.
It's going to be actually PewDiePie this time. But he's going to do a Sean accent.
Tyler, this one's for you. Have you ever used a butterfly knife? What is a butterfly knife, Tyler? You should know.
I
You're a Boy Scout or
Oh
formerly.
yeah. I played CS:GO like twice. Yeah, I know everything about this shit.
Tell me about a butterfly knife, dude.
I don't know.
You don't know at all.
No. Why would I know what a butterfly?
Clearly,
knife
use because Tyler, use goddamn common sense. Okay, what are the two words in that sentence?
is? Butterfly and knife.
So obviously, it's a knife for butterflies.
It's not.
Obviously, really,
Yeah, you're going to tell him that he doesn't
guy
know?
who doesn't know anything about butterfly
Yeah,
knives
you
is
literally
gonna
just
tell
said
me
you
about
know
butterfly
nothing about
knives.
butterfly knives.
Is it a butter knife that you throw maybe and they
No,
fly?
dude,
Oh,
it's a.
flies.
I'm positive on this. It's a tiny,
Okay.
tiny knife
Yeah.
that is able to be picked up by butterflies that is used to attack other butterflies
Okay.
or
they got-
moths or mosquitoes.
Okay, I could definitely believe butterfly on moth warfare, but if you're gonna come up to me and tell me that there's like gang wars where butterflies are stabbing each other, you've got another thing coming because
Not
that is
gang
the most
wars, Tyler.
absurd
Just
thing I've ever
basic
heard.
survival, maybe. Why does everything have to be a freaking gang war?
I feel like at the point where there is butterfly versus moth warfare, aren't moths just like paper? Like if you just like,
What?
they're like super like thin. Like they just like crumble if you just touch them the wrong way.
So are
How often have you
butterflies.
been touching moths, dude?
I don't know.
Personally, I couldn't say I
learned
have
about
ever.
it in grade school. Like
Really, nice save. Nice save,
Oh,
dude.
no,
You're a
you can-
moth toucher.
giving an
You got moth
explanation.
you
You
got
can-
moth toucher written all over your
oh
face.
no.
You can touch butterfly wings and like moth wings and stuff.
You'll turn into a butterfly.
What? No, you won't.
My preschool teacher told me if you touch a caterpillar, you'll
Yeah,
turn into
nice
one.
save.
You'll turn into a
She told me
caterpillar.
that genuinely in preschool, and I lost sleep over that shit.
Was it because you killed like a caterpillar?
No, it's just
in
because I was
class?
like,
what
I've touched a caterpillar before, and I don't want to. She said if you touch one, then you'll turn into a caterpillar.
But you had touched one beforehand, right?
yeah,
And
so
you
I was
hadn't
like-
turned into one.
But I was like,
But you believed her.
I didn't know how long the effects take.
Okay, but regardless, if you had already touched one, then at that point it wouldn't matter. It's like, all right, I guess I'll be turning into a butterfly soon.
Oh, is that how you think, Tyler? Like, if you got cancer, would you be like, all right, I guess I got cancer. It doesn't matter at this point. I already got it.
What treatment would you get from touching a caterpillar and turning into a butterfly, Aiden?
No,
Is
but I
it-
wouldn't be- I wouldn't be-
no.
You're
You're
picking.
coming at me like I'm a dickhead.
Whoa, Tyler. No, you are because you are.
No, I'm not. You're the one who's comparing turning into a butterfly as a human to getting cancer, as if there's treatment for the
I'd
first
rather
one.
I'd rather have cancer than be turned into a butterfly.
Yeah, I would too.
In the reality in which getting turned into a caterpillar exists, perhaps there is treatment, Tyler. I was 3, so obviously I was
According to
assuming.
you,
Did you know what cancer was when you were 3?
Tyler? What does that have to do with anything?
You're just saying like nonsense right now.
No, I'm not saying nonsense. I'm just saying you were like, oh yeah, if I found that out and I was a kid, I would have been like, oh, that sucks. I'm gonna be a butterfly now. But obviously that wouldn't be the reaction. I was losing sleep over that shit. Like, am I gonna was she being serious? Am I gonna turn into a caterpillar?
Yeah, no,
It
no,
doesn't
but
sound
your-
serious, but I
your
feel like it might
argument,
be.
Your argument earlier was that you just wouldn't touch any caterpillars after that moment, which doesn't make any sense.
Why was
Because
that?
if I was
when did
already gonna,
when did I say that?
that was your opening line. You said you weren't gonna touch caterpillars anymore because your teacher told you that in grade school or
Yeah.
preschool or whatever.
I don't think that's true.
That's the state.
That's
of American
exactly what you
education.
said.
Zach, pick who's right.
Oh my God.
I just think that this is a great commentary on the state of American education. That you're-
Anyways,
you're-
Zach,
that your
answer the question
school
that you were
teacher-
answering before.
I think that as long
Oh,
as
the butterfly knife thing. Yeah, no, it's
oh,
not gang
we're just-
shit, Tyler.
I forgot that that's where this came
They're
from.
not doing gang shit.
Why
They're
is
just
it-
staying alive, fighting.
why-
Oh, because you're a moth toucher, Zach.
Right.
You're
Right.
like you're
Right,
like
I
what a
forgot
child
about that.
molester is to children, but the
You
moths.
just jump from one person to another, Aiden.
Comparing
You just
touching
will
moths
not
to
stop.
Child molesting and turning into a butterfly to cancer. You're off the goop today.
You're off the goop. That's what you sound like.
Thank you. It was a very flattering impression. Okay, not anymore. You had it for a second.
Okay, can we move on?
Did you
now?
know that, Tyler? Did you know that last 20 seconds wasn't just Zach talking to himself, but I was also involved in that conversation, just doing an impression of him.
Oh man, really? I thought Zach was talking to himself that whole
with
time.
two voices.
Repeating
Stop.
exactly what he said.
You're just motivating him.
Tyler, my
Okay, so
balls hurt.
we already
Whoa,
know.
what the fuck? I'm not talking right now, Zach. Can you hear that though?
Bro.
Zach, did you just say your balls hurt on live TV?
You said me. You
Taking
said,
the-
you said it in my voice. You said, "Oh, it's me, Tyler."
I know, but I know you would never
he's
have.
impersonating me.
I figured it was just
impersonating
Zach.
you. Talking about how much
No,
your
I figured
balls
it was
hurt.
just Zach trying to cover up for himself because there's no way, there's absolutely no way, Tyler, you would say something so goddamn ridiculous.
My
But
balls
easily, Zach would say something as putrid.
Okay, moving on. Obviously, we know Aiden's answer. Tyler, dumbest thing you believed as a kid.
hurt. Oh, dumbest thing I believed. Shoot. That's tough. I feel like I believed a lot of stuff when I was a kid.
I believed her when she said she loved me.
You believed in her.
I believed her when she said she loved me.
For some reason,
When she said no, I believed her when she said she'd stay with me forever. And you know when I realized that love isn't real? When she broke my heart.
I was gonna say we knew
She got on that train anyway.
we knew Aiden's answer to the question,
We didn't.
but we didn't. I
believed her when she said she didn't
I think
cheat.
the dumbest thing Aiden thought was real as a kid wasn't there something you thought like Alaska and Hawaii where they were like on like a map of the United States like next to each other?
Oh yeah,
No,
you
okay,
believe that they were. Yeah.
And then
We'll
you
get
thought
to it.
then
We'll
you
get to
thought
it.
Europe
We'll get
was
to it.
like
Here's the thing.
above us.
Shh. Okay. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think Europe was above us. I thought that the UK was above us. So here's the thing. I'm really bad at geography. I've actually mentioned the fact that I'm really bad, but I haven't gone into depth of it on I think the first episode. But I'm really, really bad at geography. And I just assumed and then never checked when I was a kid, I think, and then forgot that it was an assumption about a lot of stuff. So I'm learning every day. One of the bigger things.
Let's unpack this. Now.
Here's what's weird, because I was in high school. Like, this is only recently that I realized that like Britain or whatever, the London, the UK's was like a whole plane ride over. You know what I mean? And like, here's the reason why. Like, as a kid, we're learning one of the first few things we learn about is like the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
And we learn about it greatly.
The Revolutionary
and like in
War,
my mind as a kid,
then the alphabet, then your times tables.
how does the UK fucking control America all the way from a fucking other continent? That didn't make sense. You know, I just automatically assumed they were nearby, probably above us. That's what I assumed because I knew they wouldn't be under us because I just figured.
Yeah, you know.
So I assumed
New
probably
England
above us.
below.
No, so
England
so
above.
Above, yeah. So here's the thing, though. As I got older, eventually, like I did learn that it, like, you know, there's a freaking part of us. There's a freaking place above us, and it's Canada. And I knew that for so long, but I also didn't ever think that the UK wasn't above us. I just thought they kind of both were, and I knew for a fact Canada was, and I just assumed that like London was somewhere around there. It wasn't until I think.
Right next to Quebec.
I don't think it was until above Quebec probably. It wasn't until I met Lily at when we did our first live show at Too Many Games, and she talked about flying over, and then I asked her.
Wouldn't you be flying down, not over? And he's like,
Well,
"What
no,
the
I was
fuck
just
are you
like,
talking
wait,
about?"
where is it? I just thought of that, and then she's like, oh, it's this far, and then I was like, really? You really you traveled that distance to come to our stupid live show? Fucking weirdo. No, I didn't say that. I said, really? It's that far away? But then I also had I think this is allowed, this is common. I thought that Hawaii was just like a good, you know, distance away from California. Just like a good like swim away.
Well, it is if you're a good swimmer.
Like, yeah, like I didn't know that Hawaii was like really far away. Like islands out in the middle of nowhere. I thought that it was like just right there.
But what about Alaska? Right.
Alaska. I thought that shit was like, honestly.
Do you think it was an island?
You know what's
No, I think because I've known now, like that was like one of the earlier ones but initially I didn't think it was an island. I thought it was like, this is where it gets confusing.
You know, I think
Because I thought it was attached to us.
I really like.
I thought it was like I thought it was a state that like we had, like we wouldn't need to get over an ocean to get to. thought it was like on.
well,
you
don't.
don't need to get over an ocean to get.
You
to
can just
it.
go up
If you-
through Canada,
Yeah.
through England, and
It's
then
in
you
Russia,
get
isn't
to Alaska.
No, isn't it in Russia? You have to go over.
No,
Next to Russia. It's obviously not. It's next to Russia, dude.
Okay, yeah. If you think about it, but there's still like an ocean gap between it.
All I know is that it's next to Russia. That's because Sean told me.
If we were to go from,
Well, no,
from where we
no,
are
Tyler.
currently,
All right,
we
wait,
would go
we're
up to
peeking the
Canada. We got to go left,
Tyler, there's
like all the way across Canada, and then that's where it is.
So there's like islands that connect Alaska to Russia. They're like really tiny, but I know they're there. Because there used to be a land bridge. There used to be
There
a
used to
land
be a
bridge
land
between
bridge.
Russia and
So I'm
Alaska.
right, and I was just lucky.
You would have been right like 4 million years ago, like Pangea, maybe.
Yeah,
I
I just really like how this whole story,
was
like
so
at,
much easier
at
when we were
no
in Pangea.
point you really like. Oh, dude, don't get me started on.
It was so
Pangea.
easy back
But
then.
No,
We didn't have to go over an ocean.
Let me finish real quick, and we can talk
So many
about
less
Pangea,
beaches.
Okay, but yeah, no. I really love that at no point you even thought like, am I wrong about this? There was like no doubt in your mind. It's like, yeah, okay, it's Canada,
No,
and then
it's
the UK, and
dumbass.
England, and
Here's
you
the
fly
thing.
down, and then there's I don't know.
Here's what you need to realize, dude. Here's where you lose your understanding of it. How do I put this in a way that will be
That a
all right?
simpleton like me
Think
will understand.
about
Yeah.
you as an 8-year-old.
Okay.
And your care for wanting to know. I'm being dead serious. For wanting to know. To be right about all the information about the My Little Pony characters.
What the
and to be
fuck
accurate.
are you
No,
talking
look.
about?
There were
What?
so
You didn't
many
give a shit.
unnecessary
You didn't give
words
it-
in that
No,
sentence.
look. You didn't give a shit, right? You're like a
No,
fucking
can you
8-year-old boy.
restate the question?
Yeah,
'Cause
there
I'm
were-
so confused.
there were
right
so
now.
many
No, I'm just giving you.
unnecessary words there.
Look. Think about it as like a little kid.
I'm 8 years old, right?
Yeah, you're a boy. Think about how much you cared. We grew up in a different climate, people. Back then, boys and girls were. A
Are
separate
you
thing.
comparing
Now
knowing in?
I'm
Like,
no, Tyler. I'm
blatant
trying to get to a
information-
point. Stop
No.
assuming what. Don't answer a question with a question.
Okay.
That's improper etiquette.
Okay, then go.
I asked you the question. Think about.
You stopped halfway through.
Did
twice.
you give a shit? If you were like, if some little girl went up to you and she's like, "Do you know? I'm gonna quiz you on My Little Pony. Like, do you think you're gonna get it all right?"
Okay,
Would
but
you-
here's the thing.
No,
School never taught us about My Little Pony, Aiden. We at least knew the 7 continents.
I never took geography. I knew there were 7 continents. I didn't. They didn't teach us the
Yeah,
coordinates.
remember in 3rd grade
Tyler,
when you
get
had
back
to
to my
enroll
point.
in your classes?
I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain a point to you. I'm trying to give you an analogy. You're not letting me complete it. So obviously,
This
you're
is
confused.
a red herring right now.
No,
You're just
Tyler,
throwing
if you just
random
stopped
words
throw-
at
no,
me
Tyler,
to
if you just
distract us
stopped-
from
if you just
the
stopped-
point at hand.
Tyler, if you just stopped and answered the question instead of just asking if I mean this. Or if I
Okay,
mean
a
that.
girl walks up to me. I'm 8 years old, and she says, "Okay, I'm going to quiz you on My Little Pony." What then?
Well, what happens? Do you get it all right?
I know nothing about My Little
okay.
Pony even
so
now.
are you okay? So are you upset that you failed this girl's quiz? Do you feel like embarrassed?
Not really, no,
Why?
because I don't know anything about it.
Why not though?
Because I didn't bother to learn about My Little Pony. 'cause
Exactly.
It wasn't in
Why
my
didn't you
interest.
bother to learn about My Little Pony?
It wasn't in my interest.
Yeah. So you didn't give a shit, right? Like to your mind, My Little Pony was like the last thing you would even care remotely
I
about.
feel like there's a
you like
difference.
almost block it out.
guess.
I feel like there's a difference
Exactly.
between
Me
I
with
don't
geography.
live
I didn't
in
give a-
My Little Pony though.
Why would I give a fuck about geography, dude? As a kid.
There's a
I-
difference between
I know I live
giving
on the
a fuck
planet,
and
but all I
common
really
sense.
understood was that I live in my neighborhood.
I don't give a shit about geography right now, but I at least like vaguely know where places are. I don't know all 50 states. I can't name them off the top of my goddamn head, and I live in the United States.
Well, I knew I cared even less than you. 10 times less.
I'm sorry that I guess education failed you.
They didn't
Aiden.
fail me, dude. I learned what I needed to learn, and I focused
I
on what was
guess
important.
not. I don't know.
And now I know. Now I know I'm better for it.
do you
You
think
have
it's-
your brain.
All
There's
right.
only so much information you can store in your brain. Yours is
It's all
stored.
oh, so much space is taken up.
There's only so much information
by
you're
knowing
stored.
where the UK is.
And yours is chock full of useless geography information that's never gonna help you in life.
Aiden-
Meanwhile, you know what mine has? You know what mine has? How to please a woman. Tyler, let's hear you talk about that.
Aiden,
right, you don't
Aiden
know
and
anything.
Aiden and Tyler's brains are exact carbon copies of each other, but knowledge of the common sense of where the countries are roughly on the globe has been replaced in Aiden's brain with all trivia of My Little Pony in
No,
existence.
it was like I don't know anything about My Little Pony, but it was like, and if I did, I would not be embarrassed about it. I would fucking brag. So like, don't think I'm trying to hide anything. Cause I wish.
that you know a lot about My Little Pony.
I'm telling you, if I'm passionate about something, dude,
There was
then
a
I'm gonna
thing
be proud
that
of it.
that was literally being a brony, and we bullied those people.
I'm just saying that if I were a brony, if I obviously I wouldn't my passion on My Little Pony because it's stupid. But I'm saying I'm obviously not lying about anything because if I'm passionate about something, then clearly it's freaking worth it. I'm gonna brag, dude. Duh. But like I'm saying, like where I was getting to. What were we talking about? Because I honestly forget how we got to this
I
point.
feel like there's a point where
kinda at the end of
knowing
this
everything
no,
about
no,
knowing everything
no.
about My Little Pony trivia. If you're interested
Oh,
in My Little Pony, then yeah, you can brag about it. But saying, "Oh yeah, I know where fucking England is on the map," that's
Here's
nothing
the
to
thing,
brag about. That's
dipshit.
just common sense.
Here's the thing, dipshit. Sorry.
I'd
No.
love to hear.
So
I'd
here's
love
the
to hear
thing.
your counterpoint to this.
Here's the thing. It was like I look at a map and I'm fucking whatever, 6 years old or whatever. Whenever you first see a map. So I'm 6 years old, right? Picture this. I see that Hawaii is right under California, in a little box.
Yeah, in that little white box.
But at that point,
He thought the
I don't
box was
notice
real,
the box.
too.
No, dude.
Just a
Obviously,
giant
I didn't
box
think the box was real.
surrounding
Obviously,
Hawaii.
it's a box, dude. There's other boxes on the map. I didn't think the box with all the little symbols on it was also real. Okay, I'm not a goddamn Neanderthal. So
You
anyway,
know what like the map legend? Like if you traveled
map
if
legend.
you traveled to
I didn't
the,
think that
to
was
the
a real
southeast
thing.
part of the map, you'll find a box.
hey,
that
dude, the city
that
that
tells you
Glenn
where
Lockwood.
Go to
Hey,
that far right
the city
corner
that
of
Flynn Lockwood-
Mexico, dude. I'll know. I'll
How to-
find this cool square.
Or Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It was under. It was under.
Wait, what?
It was under one of the letters. Their town. That's why no one visited. Because they accidentally their town was under one of the letters.
So I didn't understand what you
Oh
were
wait,
getting
actually,
with.
is that actually a plot point?
That was like the
movie?
main.
I
That
don't
was why their
remember
town
that.
was so unpopular.
It was like Chew and Swallow was underneath the like A,
The A
in
or something?
Atlantic Ocean, so no one went there.
So basically, where I was getting at is I see this fucking Hawaii under California, and my thought is, as a 6-year-old kid, obviously not as smart as a 19-year-old kid, wait, you can't help that. So my thought process is, okay, that's where it's at. Cool. Move on. Put that in the permanent parts of my brain. I don't let that be a short-term memory. I let that be a long-term fact. And then I move on. And anytime anybody talks about geography again, every time someone talks about Hawaii,
You cover your ears and you go la
no.
la 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 la
No,
la
no,
la la.
I
I don't
just-
want to hear it.
No, I don't need
I
to
know
do
where
that.
it is. Okay.
I don't even need
Don't
to-
ask, but
That's the thing. I didn't even need to do that, dude. I have ADD, so I was just able to just stop listening. You can just do that. I do it to you all the time. I
You
do it to
do.
both of you.
I had an entire conversation with myself when you went home to go get the microphone because he just wasn't listening.
I was listening half because I would forget that you were talking. I don't know how I forgot you were talking,
I was the only other person in the room.
but sometimes I just do that, dude. It's like mental illness. You can't explain it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. All right,
Facts after facts after facts after
see if
facts.
I have any more
Let's see if you got any more. Let's see if I have any more questions. Tyler, why don't you stall?
I got Brandon said, "Give me V-Bucks."
Brandon is our friend. Whoa! I got an email.
I also got favorite episode or skit.
Yeah, let's all talk about the notifications on our phone right now. I guess.
No,
That's
Tyler, you
fun.
stall while we find good questions.
Well, yeah, I was gonna bring.
I
up
like
Pangea.
three photos on
God.
Instagram tagged with hashtag
Hey,
amphibian.
can I
Do
talk
people
about
ever
Pangea
Someone
now?
said, "Do people ever recognize you in public?" No, Tyler, we're over Pangea.
Oh, all
Do
right.
people ever
I
recognize you
thought
in
were
public?
kind of
So
excited to get to that.
I've gotten recognized in public a handful of times. I think Eli told me that. Oh shit! I think Eli told me that Tyler, that you've our friend Eli, everybody, that you've gotten recognized at track meets, but you never talk about it.
I mean, I have like mentioned it to you guys, but I guess I haven't brought it up on any podcast or stuff. But every once
Anything
in a while,
interesting? Anything like a good story? Or anything?
Yeah, one time at this one track meet, and I don't remember where we were, but I was waiting in the line at the porta potties because I have to shit like a madman before my races because I got so nervous. And it
We
sucks.
ran track and cross country in high school, by the way, for people wondering. Go on.
Yeah, so I was waiting in line, and this one guy behind me in the line, he stops me. He's like, "Oh shit, are you Tyler from 1 Minute Talk Show?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And I think this was like the first time I had been recognized in my very short run of recognition. And whatever, we talked for a little bit. He says he liked the show, and then I went to the bathroom, and then I got out of the bathroom. And I saw him in line. I said, "See you, man." He was like, "Yup." And then we got a picture together, and then yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty uncomfortable situation considering where we were, I guess.
One time I was also at a track meet. I got recognized a bunch junior year of track. Like it was like every other meet. I feel like because that was when One Minute Talk Show first kind of got popular on Instagram. It was obviously at that point really popular among high schoolers. But I was waiting. There was like a fucking 100 people because there was a 1 mile race, but it was a distance night. So there were like 12 heats, all running the mile. So like if you don't run track, basically like how they organize it is like from slowest to fastest, and I'll have like 12 people in a heat, and they'll all race the mile, and then they'll have like heat number 2, and they'll race it, and like heat number 12 will be the slowest, heat number 1 will be the fastest, right? So like we're like gone through. I wasn't like anywhere in the top tier heats, but I was like not in the slowest ones either. I was probably, I don't even know. I genuinely don't know. But I'm waiting fucking forever because I don't know what heat I'm going to be in. And I'm waiting to get called. And then like I had gotten called, and somebody who was in my heat like sees me after I got called, and like I'm just like getting ready to go race, and he's like before I walked on the line, like I was about to go walk onto the line, and this guy stops me. So the race is about to go off, and he's like, I don't know. He definitely was not. But for whatever reason, he just sounded like so out of it. He was like, yo, are you the dude from 1 Minute Talk Show? And I'm like on the line at this point. Like he's like leaning over a fence, but like I'm about to race. They're about to shoot a gun. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, dude, that is crazy. That is insane.
I mean,
why are you whoa.
At
you
the
run?
very least, I would say that probably took your mind off of like the nerves at the start.
Can we get a picture?
Yeah,
I was like, dude, I mean, yeah, but not right now because I'm about to run. He's like, yeah, all right, later, we'll get a picture. And I've gotten recognized a bunch of times, dude.
Yeah, there's
I'm trying to think. Or go on.
There's the times we've gotten recognized Memorial Day weekend down at the boardwalk. We've been recognized a few times walking up and down the boardwalk like at night. I know our first year we got recognized by a few people, and there was the one guy that worked at the arcade that
Shit.
knew who we were, and he like Sean spent like $20 trying to get something out of like a claw machine, and the guy was just like, he hadn't won anything. The guy just opened up the claw machine and just gave him the prize. It was his stupid hand glasses. Like it's the glasses that have like the hands covering.
Yeah, the fingers covering his eyes.
Yeah, but me personally, I've been recognized other than the boardwalk, twice in state. I got recognized by a guy at a Staples. And I was like buying my calculator for my math class, and he was like, yo, how's the talk show? And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I was like, I was just like, apparently he was in our high school film class, and he knew about us because our teacher would talk about us. So that was one. And then the second time, I had a friend from Massachusetts visiting me, and we went to our local mall to like go buy clothes or something. And I'm walking into one of the stores, and some guy's walking out, and he goes. He just points at me, and I'm just like, what did I do? And he was like, yo, you're the guy from that thing. And I was like, yeah, probably. Like,
for those who couldn't see, Zach viciously picked his arm up and pointed straight out when he said like this.
No, I think the craziest one was I went to PAX East, and I hadn't posted or anything about me being at PAX East, and this is back before 1 Minute Talk Show was kind of huge. I think we were at like around 50K or 75K
I think we
or
were
something.
bigger than that.
It was like my second year going.
I know,
PAX or
but
something
we were
that.
like pretty established at that point. I remember.
I can't remember the exact date.
We definitely had
but
somewhere between 100 and 200K.
But I personally hadn't posted about going to PAX East yet. I posted later in the day, but at this time, like, as far as I was concerned, nobody knew I was at PAX East. And I'm in the common area where they have Jackbox games being played on like a big screen. Yeah. And somebody crawls up to me and like they're wearing like a diva from Overwatch cosplay.
On
like
all fours.
No, the officer, the police diva.
They cry in tears. I'm so hungry. Zach from 1 Minute Talk Show. Let me nourish off of your skin. Well, so I let him, you know? And he fully healed. I lost 3 years of my life. And also, I got a curse on me. But other than that, you know, I mean, I can't, you know, I can't say any words that start with, I can't say any words that start with the letter R, or else my mom will die. It's part of the curse. But other than that, like, things have been really, really good.
Well, yeah,
you just said really, really.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
But no,
yep. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm getting a call. Huh? It's the police / hospital. Yeah, no, she's dead.
Jesus
The
Christ.
police call you.
They said it wasn't even like
Instead of coming to your house.
it wasn't like a
Police
fast
call you.
death. It was like horribly painful and drawn out.
Sad.
She said actually they said she's still dying. No, wait. Now she is dead. Yeah.
Okay.
They're just plugging and unplugging the life support.
fuck,
She's just
my
coming back
mom.
and getting turned off again.
Okay, well, I had a few moments where I got recognized and it was like the most
Blow the
flex worthy
cartridge.
like moment. Like there were just like random moments where I was with my entire track team, which like would be like rare for me to just be around all of them, all of the people, and then just like someone goes up and asks for a picture and it was like the most flex. And then also when we were on senior trip in high school, we were waiting in line. It was the one time that we were ever like, in a line. We were waiting for a bus with only all of the seniors from our school. The one time during the whole trip where we were like actually truly all together waiting for the same bus, and somebody goes up and recognizes us.
That was the one day I didn't go as well because I had like massive, like really bad sun poisoning. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to stay in the hotel and I'm going to play Smash on my Switch until.
Well, dude, somebody went back when malls were open before the coronavirus. Somebody went up to me. We were at a restaurant and our server, after we were done, we were like asking for the check. He's like, I'm like, can I get a check? And he's like, yeah. By the way, are you the guy from Woman to Talk Show? I was with Gabby. And he's like, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh my God, I knew it. Blah, 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 blah. Like, such a, whatever. Like,
Oh, thank
and then
God,
he's
I
like,
spit in your food.
And then he's like, he like looks at Gabby and he's like, and I knew it was both you. Like, I knew you're prehistoric girl. Because Gabby played in the video where she was the prehistoric girl.
What a moniker to go by
And
now.
so he recognized her too. And he's like, and then he's like, I knew it. Like, I took a picture of you and I sent it to my friend. And I was like, oh, is this the guy? And then I was like, bro, you took a picture of me?
Could you imagine?
And
if
then
he came
told
up
me
to
you
the
took a
table?
picture of me secretly?
Could you imagine if he came up to the table and instead of asking if you were the guy from Woman at Talk Show, pointed at Gabby and said, "Hey, are you the girl from the Prehistoric Girl music video on YouTube?"
hey,
and she
you're
goes,
the
"Yeah," and then he
Prehistoric
turns to you and goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
No, then he turns to me and he comes in my face.
That's
Imagine,
just the,
what
the
would I have
natural
done?
evolution of
What would I have
conversation.
done?
Why do you want to talk about this? Why
Like,
would
how could
why
you
would
react?
you create this fucking
Just how do you
It's
situation?
react?
hypothetical.
How do you react to that situation?
Just like
Tyler?
if you just
you
got-
were in that moment, what would
I'd,
you have done?
I'd freak out, wipe my face, and leave.
Where did it
Then-
come from?
Like, I think I would
I'd
just be
actually
like,
come back in and I'd be like, okay, I overreacted. Thank you. My
how could
skin
he
is
even
very
come
clear
fast
now.
enough? Like, how could he be standing in front of me
Dude.
and I wouldn't know that he was about to come?
He had
And
to
then
like
turns
take off his
towards me.
belt, like
Snuck a
untuck
picture
his
of you,
shirt.
right? Started to rub it off, then tucked his apron back over his
Christ.
waist, right? And he walked over and then had that shit preloaded. And then
It's
he
like
just let
peekaboo.
it
You lift
loose.
up the apron and it's just giant.
I know
cock.
a dude who told me that
Oh.
like he can't when he fucks girls, like he won't come because then he won't like her anymore, and he doesn't want to do that, so he won't come for girls he likes
Dude.
because he might fall in love with her.
You said this would stay between us. You
No,
said this would stay
no, but I'm being dead serious. I met a dude who I'm not gonna say who, but who edges because until he falls in love with a girl, because if he thinks he might like her, then he knows that if he comes for whatever reason he won't like her anymore, and he knows she might be like girlfriend candidate. So I think he can come once he falls in love with her, but he can't come
There's-
until then.
Okay, yeah. So there's
being dead
there's
serious.
there's
This is Monkey
post
Paul wish to find the girl that he really loves. Except he
there's
can't come
yeah
until-
no there's post nut clarity. This is post nut like transcendence. Like as soon as this guy busts his load, he's gonna
wipes that woman.
he's gonna
He wipes
levitate.
that woman.
He's gonna fucking levitate, bro. Like he's just
man.
gonna fucking
I miss having a sex drive. The shit was fire. Zach, I'm on antidepressants now. I don't have a sex drive anymore, but I'm hoping it's gonna come back. I upped my dosage. I had to up my dosage, and now it's like I don't need it anymore. So I'm hoping it comes back. At that same time, at the end of the day, man, sex is just sex.
Speaking of sex drive, I saw the I remember seeing a bunch of memes about that guy that fucked a girl in his Tesla with the autopilot thing on. And I was like, I want to see like where this goes. Obviously, not for any other reason. I'm watching it for the plot. So I go
Yeah.
to the video and I watch it, and she gets in the car like it's a Tinder date, and they don't say like any words to each other. They get on the highway, and she's just like, let's fuck. And he's like, oh, thank God I own a Tesla. And he turns on the autopilot.
It's just an ad. It's just an ad.
And it's like POV. It's like from his point of view. And then like he nuts inside her, and she's like, what the fuck? What did you expect? This guy owns a Tesla. Like,
He's not gonna pull out.
is he gonna say, yeah, get
He
off of
spent-
me so I can
Bro.
nut on my Tesla?
He can't buy condoms because he spent all his money on the Tesla. Come on.
Someone actually asked me, and I meant to bring it up. One of the questions I got for us for this podcast was, hold on, I'll just read it word for word. Preferred coochie size. That shit's got to be deep.
What size your pussy?
Like, I mean, when we say size, are we talking about like ruler going in? What's the depth? I assume so. In which case,
Arm's length.
half a ruler, meter stick.
I'm not gonna put my opinion in
That's
there.
that's 1.5 feet. And you know what? I
Why?
still don't fit. I still too.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
that's not true.
Yeah,
but
I
also,
I feel like at that point, it's more of an inconvenience for you. Like,
what's your preferred coochie size, Tyler?
I've never had sex.
hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
you could just put that on the end of anything and just.
hypothetically, I only need 3 inches, man. That's it.
Ooh, dude. So perfectly leading into our next question, not at all. Somebody asked, is it better to have a random roommate or your best friend? Which is great news because I had my best friend, Sean Kane, co-host of Podcast Minute and 1 Minute Talk Show, as my roommate, and Tyler had a random roommate.
I had a.
What did you have, Tyler?
I have a really interesting story for this. So I picked my roommate because I was a part of this special interest house for my college, and you could only pick people that got accepted into this club or house as to be your roommate because it was a specific floor. So I picked this guy, and him and I were talking on Snapchat. He seemed pretty cool. It was just like, I mean, I need to have a roommate, so like this guy was fine. And then 3 weeks before college starts, just does not answer any of my Snapchats. Like, dude didn't even leave me on read. Like, he left me on deliver. Like, didn't open anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm sure he's just stressed by college, whatever. I get to college, and I'm there first. So I pick my side of the room. I get it. I put everything in. And then I text him again. I say, hey, I'm already here. Let me know when you're on your way. Still doesn't open my Snapchat. And then I get a message from one of the head people at the club and say, hey, your roommate pretty much fell off the face of the earth. We don't know what happened to him. You're getting a new roommate. Here he is. And I was like, oh, so I'm going from somebody who was a good friend of mine to somebody I know absolutely not at all. So he moves in, and then like me and this kid just hit it off instantly. And now like him and I are rooming together next year and stuff. So moral of the story.
Have you talked to the other dude?
What?
Is he dead?
I don't know.
Wasn't he your friend before, Zach? When my friends die, I know.
I attempted to
tabs.
know. I attempted to know. Just did not respond to any of my messages.
Nah, Zach's
You
just
didn't
so
reach out
off-putting.
to anybody. That
Yeah,
they
no,
might
I did.
know?
I reached out to all the other people that had contact with him. I got his personal phone number to text him there to see if Snapchat was just bugging out.
Zach's
it wasn't.
just so
He just-
off-putting that this dude
So when
dropped
you-
out of college.
when you emailed
left
his-
state,
Yeah.
went up
He
north to
he
UK.
sent me the last message before I sent him the checklist for us to move in.
You never found his parents, dude?
No, I'm not gonna bug his
When
parents.
my friends die, I normally do like to fucking talk to their parents, you asshole.
I got
Your friend
confirmation
never
from
answered
someone else in the
once.
club later on that apparently he had moved out of the club to go to like a more like open dorming situation or something, and that was good enough closure for me.
He goes to RIT.
Yeah,
This motherfucker who was apparently your friend goes to the same school as you, potentially died, and you never thought to fucking walk down the fucking hall and see if he was okay?
Dude, our campus is so big.
Okay, how many students do you have? We have 22,000.
22,000? I'm at like 16, I think.
Oh, okay, so I have a bigger campus. Go on.
Okay. What's the
Just proving to you that whatever you say is invalid
All right,
because I've
Aiden,
seen it.
You're
but
really
worse.
in a hankering to talk, I guess. Why don't you talk about your
Yeah,
experience?
talk
I
about
guess.
living with both
living
Seans.
with your best friend.
Both
Oh, it was
Seans.
just really fun.
And what
Is
about
that all
the
you gotta say?
the
All I
other
look back on is
roommate?
happy memories.
Are you sure?
In hindsight, 1,000%. No, genuinely, I never had any problems with Sean Kane. As a roommate, I actually had zero a total of 0 roommate problems. Now, Sean Lynn.
With Sean, yeah, I was gonna
Sean
say,
Lynn is
we're
another
waiting for it.
problem. But on that front, I guess it just depends. Truly, for me, like based on the Sean Lynn versus Sean Kane experience, it just depends. Like, there's plenty of best friends that are like my super closest friends that I could never live with. So I guess that's all that comes into account is, can you fucking live with this person? Sean Kane and I, we can live peacefully. Dude doesn't do shit. He just sits in his bed, sleeps,
Doesn't go
hides
to
in the
class.
corner. It's kind of frustrating. You don't get the place to yourself a lot. But if you ask, he'll always leave. You know, bring a girl over. But, you know, Sean Lynn, he was filling coffee that he didn't finish into my glass cups because he didn't feel like dumping them in the sink. And he thought that was normal behavior. He was mad at me for being mad. I thought he was messing with me at first. Like, I thought like I was going to be like, dude, were you doing this? And he's like, all right, you caught me. But he was like, yeah, I didn't finish the coffee. And I was like, well, you weren't going to dump it out because it's been in there for weeks. He's like, no, I was going to dump it out once it was full to the brim. Like, serious. Like, I thought he was messing with me. So, you know, but at that same note, don't get a random roommate, dude. Go on Facebook Messenger. Figure out somebody who seems cool. Tyler, you got a random roommate. Why don't you talk about it?
I mean, we had talked just like a little bit and planned out like common appliances and shit pretty soon before the year started, but I had known almost nothing about my roommate going into it, and I wouldn't say it was the worst experience ever, but I would definitely say it was really boring. I kind of wish that I did end up like having a real friend to go to college with, because we had no common interests. I'd come back from my friend's dorm because that's where I would typically just hang out like every single day. I would just go to my one friend's fucking place that was like 100 meters away, and then just go to his dorm, hang out for like the whole day, and then come back at 2 a.m. when my classes were like later in the day, and he would already be asleep.
At 3 a.m.
Yeah. Well, like 1, 2 a.m. He's still asleep. It's like, all right, whatever. We just didn't talk that much. It was not that enjoyable. of an
So, no,
experience.
don't get a random roommate, guys. It sucks.
Yeah.
You got to be a goddamn moron to get a random roommate.
My roommate's set up for next year.
That's JC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, JC.
Zach knows him because he's a competitive Smash player. Fucking dweeb. Anyway, yeah. That's probably going to be annoying because all the other 2 roommates that we have are his friends, and they're also competitive players. So I'm really worried I'm going to be up at like 4 a.m. and I'm just going to hear them in like the living room of our apartment next semester, just like, oh, screaming about Smash.
Looking at the
That
audio,
sucks.
like,
Yeah, it just
thing, it just
spiked.
spiked.
Yeah.
It's-
All right, guys. Moving on.
Take a
Some
break
more
for-
questions.
what about the sponsors?
We got this twice. Well, you know, we'll get to it, but we got this twice. Ass or tits? I gotta say,
Ass.
formerly an ass guy,
Formerly.
turned boob guy.
What the fuck happened?
There's so much more to offer.
Like what?
Well, first of all, you get a whole front view.
Okay.
You know, like the tits don't just come with the tits. They come
Well,
with
no,
the
this
Are we
face,
is
talking
well,
about
no,
viewing
this
or-
is
stomach, basically.
no, it doesn't. That's
Basically,
no.
yeah. When you're
Are
talking
we-
about fucking from behind,
No.
Are
versus
we
from the
talking?
front.
Are
No,
we
we're-
talking about
Also,
viewing or
I
interacting?
thought this
The
was
feeling-
just,
the
I thought
feeling,
this was
first
just
of
a
all-
viewing sense, not directly like.
I'm talking about like when I'm talking about what you. All right. Also, just from a viewing sense, there's more to offer, dude. You got the freaking nipple. It's obviously you get to suck on titties. I'm not gonna fucking suck on some girl's asshole. Yikes.
Coward.
Also, they feel better. They're just squishier. Dispute it.
Arguably, exactly the same squishy. It I don't think it's any. And
Really,
if, and
dude?
if there
Because one of
a
them is filled with
difference-
milk.
That's not.
Another is filled with muscle.
I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Okay,
It's just like
in
bagged
your
milk.
argument, in your
Yeah,
your
bagged
exact
milk.
argument, I suppose, with the sense of what coincides with it. You know, you have legs, back, fucking, you know, what? Don't
What are you
look
looking at me for?
I don't know. You're in agreement with me.
Find
I thought
backs
you would.
hot,
you would-
dude. You find backs hot?
You find face hot.
Yeah, I find faces hot. Of course I do. What are you crazy? What are you crazy person?
girl have face and also back.
And legs are hot, but not necessarily their back over their. You don't see that. I don't know, dude. Like, do you really get leg action? Because then I get leg action from the front.
I have no idea.
And it's on my shoulders.
I have no idea. I haven't had sex before. How you're talking to me about like racing
Bro,
a pony, and
if
I've
the
only
girl-
seen them in the petting zoos.
If the girl can't contort to fit herself inside of a suitcase, I do not want it.
If
I can't take her away to a different country
Without having to buy an extra plane ticket.
with only one.
If you
plane
can't
ticket.
be my carry-on, I do not want to carry on with this relationship.
Yo, somebody said, if you were gay, who would you have sex with?
Tyler. Next question.
No, for me, fuck, I haven't really thought
Probably a
about this.
man.
'Cause I don't know what kind of
yeah.
gay I would be. What kind of
gay?
gays I would prefer. Like, would I really want to fuck like a strong dude, but I also wouldn't want to fuck.
Are you
like, a
talking
skinny
about
dude.
gay as in like encompassing the whole LGBT? Like you could be
I
like,
just don't think I could either.
or just homosexual.
I don't think I could take a dick up my ass. I don't think I could put a dick into an asshole.
Coward.
I don't think either of those things
Coward.
I could do.
Okay.
I could get.
How much money would it cost for you to?
I could probably like do, you know, like if I had to be a gay person, I would probably be able to do like the dick sucking. But I don't think I could do the anal stuff because I can't even do that. I wouldn't even want to do that as a straight person, you know. But that's like the main way.
It's gotta be clean, you know. Like
How could it ever be clean, Tyler?
There's like, you know,
Never, dude. There's always going to be particles.
Okay, but there's still efforts to be able to clean it to some extent.
Stepsister or stepmom? Team stepmom.
We didn't
all the
even
way.
answer the question. We
moved
Step
on,
Brothers
dude.
starring Will Ferrell.
I'm going with stepmom.
Will Ferrell would be my answer for the previous
Previous
question.
question. I'm talking about Step Brothers, the movie.
So what was the question for this part?
Stepsister or stepmom?
Step Ladder.
I know, when you got those hard to reach places,
Yeah,
like when they're coochie too deep.
Stop.
that's one
Relating
and
to
a
the
half feet.
previous question. No, stepsister or stepmom?
Like
I'm
to
about go
have
with-
sex.
I'm about to
with?
go with stepmom,
To have sex with.
I guess.
I-
Well, like, not like that. Like,
Because I feel like at the point,
preferably.
if you're having sex with your stepmom, you're cucking your dad. So I'd rather not do that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't. My dad,
Stepsister
my
is
dad's pretty jacked. He
I
would
don't
probably
really, when
kill
I
me.
watch porn and like there's like a stepmom, I normally don't imagine the dad and the, like, as a factor. I don't like
then-
imagine
So
his
are you?
existence.
That says a
basing
lot
this
about your
solely-
character.
So disregarding the fact that you would be cucking your dad, would this be going off of like body type and like general?
No, everybody
like,
has a different body.
Well, I'm saying like general assumptions when
Preferred
you
porn.
think of. Oh, prefer.
That kind of thing. What was your preference, I guess? If you had to be in one,
Oh,
but it was real life, but your knowledge of it was only your knowledge.
well, I
when
feel
you
like
go into regular.
almost every single stepsister one, like
Oh no, that
they get
pumpkin
caught
one
at the
though.
end. They
That
get-
pumpkin one. You know what one.
Yeah,
the one I'm
I
talking
know
about.
the one.
You
yeah.
know the one, dude. Don't tell me you didn't see a clip of it on Instagram and then go look it up on your own.
the
'cause you
the
did.
the POV one with the girl in pink or whatever.
What about the one? It was a girl.
There's like the memes with it or whatever.
Well, there was the one of the girl who, it was two videos technically. One where it was like fucking your stepdaughter, and then and then it was like
I think my favorite one.
girl
was the,
gets off while like and records, or no, then there was another video of a girl gets off while like dude fucks his like stepdaughter. So it was like the video is being recorded and they uploaded that video of like a dude like fucking his like stepdaughter, and then there was another video they
camera
took
from the
where
side.
she's like listening, the door's open and she like keeps peeking in, and then she's like, you know, diddling herself,
I like the.
and at that point you're like reaching Matrix levels of complexity. So you got to give credit to the porn industry where it's due.
I like the one porno where it was like the guy was at his girlfriend's house for like, and he was like making dinner, and like he's making pizza, right? Obviously. So he goes and he brings the pizza over, and they're like, "Oh, what kind of pizza is it?" And this is a porno, so it's obviously meat lovers. So like, and he like lifts the thing off the pizza, and like obviously, you know,
yeah.
his hee-hoo is there. And the dad sees it and he has a fucking heart attack and he's like he's like dying. And the daughter, who cares more about that paycheck than, her father's inheritance.
Yeah.
Just fucks the guy right there. Dad's still having a heart attack.
That's incredible.
Like right there. And if that isn't a fantasy, then I don't know what is.
Well, I've always liked the pumpkin one because here's the thing about the pumpkin one. So, he puts his dick in the pumpkin and she unknowingly, because she's just like, oh, I love feeling the pumpkin guts. It's my favorite. Starts jerking him off. Apparently, I don't know how she couldn't tell the difference between gooey guts.
No, she knew.
I think she
Not
knew.
at first.
The mom didn't.
No, dude. At first, she was like, whoa, what is this? What is so hard? And he's like, oh, I got you. I'm pranking you. And then the mom finds out, and she was like, I didn't know it was his dick. And the mom's like, all right, I'm grounding both of you. And they're both grounded in the living room together.
Have you ever?
And then
felt...
she's like, well, I kind of liked it. And then they start fucking. While the mom is like cleaning in the background, you can like see her. And the mom somehow doesn't hear it, even though they're like getting pretty loud and heavy into it. So that one was always a fan favorite. But I think the best one is when he was in the bathtub and she comes in as the lifeguard. And the other one. And she's like, oh, you might be
lifeguard.
This isn't a
bathtub.
beach. I'm in the bath.
I'm in the bath.
I'm in the bath.
This is a bathtub.
Guys,
Stepmom. That's final answer.
Stepmom is also my answer.
Disregarding cucking my own father.
I'm sticking with stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter or sister?
Stepsister.
Okay.
Stepdaughter. Jeez, never mind.
Sorry, that's a
I
little...
meant daughter to the stepmother.
Okay. Yeah.
Stepsister.
All right.
Really twisting up the words there, but sure. Go,
Yeah.
Final question. So let's make it count. I've already got my answer. I'm going to go first. Someone said, wait, no, that's not the question. Someone said, what ideas have you had that didn't make it into a 1 minute talk show? Personally, my answer is it was Tyler's idea. It was the worst idea that ever happened. He wrote down on a doc full of ideas.
Oh, that's
Aiden and Sean talk about their favorite ice cream flavors.
Okay,
Never in more depth. Never any idea other than that.
Defense. This was when we first started writing.
No, this is back. We didn't write. We had a
performing
Google
1 minute
Doc
talk
where we'd
show.
write sentences
We had
for full episode
Yeah,
ideas.
like literally one sentence responses when we stuck solely to the quick 1 minute thing. I just wrote down random shit, just
Fucking
real quick
Aiden
bulletin
and Sean
point
talk about
things.
their favorite ice cream flavors.
I didn't think about any of these.
Good one, dude.
Thinking about it back then, Tyler writing down that sentence was more work than most of the people did for that show back then.
Thank you, Zach.
So I gotta give him credit where it's due.
Thank you. And I had like
what is
one
your
or two good
what was
ones
your
on there.
idea? What is the idea that you think of that never made it?
The episode never made it.
Yeah.
It's another Tyler, not idea, but a Tyler episode where
Fucking Tyler, I was screwing shit up.
viewers would call in and give.
No, that was my idea.
talk. Was it?
Yeah.
I remember. I thought
Fucking
about
Tyler
that.
sucks,
Never mind.
dude.
Yeah. So never
We
mind.
tried.
Tyler sucks. Where viewers call in and talk about the weather where they are, and then Tyler comments on it.
But then,
Yeah,
we did
so-
it, and then everyone sent us in their videos, and we're like, hey, this video isn't that funny. It's just people talking about the weather. Like, their responses were just like,
Yeah.
it's just their weather.
I also-
we
we-
didn't have that big of a fan base at
No,
that
we had
point.
we had like 300,000 followers.
Yeah, but now we got a bunch more.
I mean, 300,000
I'm not
people.
saying we should do it again. I'm just saying that like it wasn't enough.
We had more
People didn't
story views back
understand
then.
the scope of what we were gonna do with it at least. And it, retrospect, obviously not that great of an idea because it relied on the audience to come up with a funny thing, and pretty much I was just the vehicle for that, so it wouldn't really work. But yeah, it was just like
He's eating popcorn kernels.
I'm in popcorn kernels, dude.
munching, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm out of it. I'm out of
just-
whatever
I
you're
can just-
talking
Did
about.
you took my bowl? didn't
Yeah.
Oh,
that-
I took your bowl.
That's
when
what
you
you
left.
deserve for
Oh
forgetting.
You
my
deserved
God.
it. Tyler shows up. He drove fucking 15 minutes. He gets here. We're supposed to record at 3. Now it's 3:20. Tyler's finally arrived, as usual. Thank you, Tyler. We're so happy to see you. We're happy you're here.
Give me
Ooh,
popcorn.
I forgot to give me popcorn. And then he demands popcorn. We made him popcorn. And then he was like, he eats some of his popcorn. He's now been here for another like hour, basically, just like lounging around my house. And then he's like, oh, I forgot the microphones. So then he has to drive. It took fucking another hour just for him to get the microphone.
2 hours to get back from my house.
His house
back
is
to
15
here.
minutes away.
And then he
On
has the
foot.
he has the audacity to show up without a shirt on, even though we have a rule about no shoes, no shirts, no service.
Shervish.
Sure.
So
There's
thank you
also-
guys for listening.
Oh, we're done.
Pretty much, we've talked for an hour.
Yeah.
We were gonna have another guest, but you'll have to see him next time. So
Jesus
unfortunately,
Christ. That sounds like it hurts.
You wanna-
I don't know why I chew popcorn kernels. I also, as a kid, I used to eat toothpaste.
That's so in character for someone
I'm
that doesn't
immune
know
to
where England is.
toothpaste.
I'm cool
Because
with-
it's poisonous, but I used to eat it so much I developed an immunity.
Okay, I'm cool with the whole popcorn kernel eating because I do eat a good kernel here and there. But like to munch on them like that.
I can swallow too. It just I
Well-
swallowed yours, so I'm gonna munch on these.
I was gonna make a joke about Sean eating popcorn kernels because I have a video of him doing that,
You have a video. You have an audio of me doing it.
and now I have an audio of you doing it.
Sean, that guy ate a raw egg.
then he threw
I was thinking of those things like in conjunction. Like, how the fuck is Sean gonna openly like talk about eating popcorn kernels, but just decide to get sick when he eats a raw egg? Which obviously there's no comparison between the two.
What are you talking about?
Raw egg is way worse to eat than
Raw egg is
popcorn
significantly
kernels.
worse. I
You
mean,
can't
I
even
couldn't eat
feel
a
like-
raw egg right now. I can eat plenty of these popcorn.
I could eat a
kernels.
raw egg right now. I
could
wouldn't
eat a
enjoy
bag
it.
of 'em.
I wouldn't enjoy it.
The texture would be abysmal, and the risk of getting salmonella, I think, would psych me out so much that I would like either vomit it up or refuse to swallow it.
I feel you just gotta take it like a shot. Like you just gotta
Like, what do you mean a shot?
A shot of what, dude?
literally anything. It's
It doesn't
gonna be,
matter if
it's
I
gonna
take
be,
it like a shot. The texture's still in my mouth, and it's sloshing around, and it's all like gross.
If I cook it, it's usually really easy to go down.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If I cook it to completion.
Well, what if I heat up my mouth so it cooks in there while I eat it, and then I trick everyone to thinking, "Oh, I just ate a raw egg," but actually it's scrambled now in my mouth.
Last question: if the podcast was about to end, what would you say to the viewers?
Bye.
Tyler, what would you say?
Like, end.
Oh wait, we never did our sponsors. Oh well.
Shit.
We can
Sorry,
do the
guys.
sponsor. We can do the
No
sponsor.
sponsors.
Today's episode of 1 minute of
This
podcast.
episode's
episode was
free
sponsored
for the
by-
people. This episode's free for the people.
No, it was
okay?
sponsored. We normally do fake sponsors. Obviously, we missed it. This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show was sponsored by forgetfulness. That was today's
Ignorance.
theme. We forgot to do the sponsors. Guys, just keep forgetting things. Your mom's birthday, call her 2 days later. Doctor's appointment, who needs it? The dentist, just let the teeth wear out. British people do that. It's fun.
Callback.
Being a doctor, knowing you have a surgery coming up, you don't need to go. If you're tired, just take the day off.
Just look at our friend Kim.
Yeah,
He's doing real
Kim's
great.
doing great. And his surgery went horrible, but somehow he turned out fine, apparently. All right, guys, we'll see you next year, 2025. I mean, 2021. I mean, next week. Goodbye, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.